Good morning, traders. Are you guys ready to get back into the hot seat here on live trading? Yes, we got live trading today, and I will give you guys the thumbs on up because guess what, guys? We're not going to do an interview. We're going to kick it out the water, getting ready to trade here. Market's finding a little bit of a bounce. I'm feeling in bullish tune. Might be because I'm on the portfolio challenge, but I'll tell you right now. Green light, baby. Let's go ahead. Let's get after this market. Let's start it up live trading right here with Benzinga.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
Good morning, team. Let's get back into it here. I got Ryan Faloona in the house. Let's go ahead and do this and do what we do best, which is get towards our process. Take a look at some trading watch out there. So if you guys got a ticker, throw it up in the chat. And just to answer your question, risk on trading, is that portfolio challenge required? No, I'm just having some fun with it, really. At the end of the day, of course, they release these results out to like different companies out there, but that's not what I'm doing it for. I just thought it would be a fun challenge to kind of take on. And has it been stressful? It has. So one of the things that I tried to do is, like I said, before I started, I really wanted to kind of not be trading, my real money account, then coming back into this, mixing it all up, and then just what happens is your bias starts building up, and that's not what we want, right? If we're gonna take into the kind of the trading portfolio, yesterday what I was looking for, a lot of beaten down names to catch the bounce. They did catch the bounce, but I didn't give myself enough room on the volatility of the move yesterday, and it washed me out on the first down move, eventually coming back up towards the levels that we were looking for. But that's like it is, and it's one thing to kind of learn from, right? So today, what we will do, and like usual, is learn from our lessons from yesterday and apply what we can today and give ourselves a little bit more room. Look maybe at the average true range, maybe give ourselves 2 times the average true range to make sure that we're giving ourselves enough room for the volatility to play out, and then let the patterns come into play. We'll see what happens today. One of the things that I'll try to do also is use a deeper time frame, like a 15 or 1 hour, not going lower than that 15, to try to help me find those dips to get good entries. Now, I know Ryan's getting ready here to go ahead and show you guys some smaller plays. So I'll take a step back and let Ryan take on over. Like always, guys, if you guys have tickers you guys want to check out or want us to check out, throw it up in the chat, and we'll definitely get through those. All right, Ryan, what do you got for us today? And what's going on in kind of these smaller cap plays that you love to nail? You've been doing good in these, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I do have a couple for you here. I do want to quick give you my opinion on the non-farm payroll number. So it's definitely, it depends if you're looking at the 318 or the 300 estimate. Seems like a fairly all right report. I think that 75 bips is probably guaranteed now. I did see that the probability jumped down a little bit right at the reaction. That number likes to bounce around a lot. So I'm in the camp that I think we're going to get 75 bips. The faster we do this, the better. So we'll see. Now as far as small cap land goes, got a couple of things here on watch. First one's going to be PXMD here. PXMD, we took out the 510. This is moving, by the way, on an insider buy, right? So we actually had the executive chairman purchase 95,000 shares at 525. Excuse me. So we have an insider buy here. That's what's driving it here this morning. Looks like we've got some pretty good volume too. We actually broke out of this range. You could see that 510 was definitely the spot. We kind of butted up against that number. We finally broke out of it. So right now, I don't necessarily want to chase this out of the open. I want to see what happens when this open. I want to see where the volume goes. I wouldn't be shocked if the first move here was down and then only to see it move higher. So I'm going to watch this and try to get a feel for this. I've actually never traded PXMD either, so I'm not necessarily sure how it trades. I'd like to get a little bit of a feel for the stock before I actually go out there and trade it. Next one here is going to be BIAF. This was an IPO from yesterday, halted multiple times, so be careful. But I wouldn't be surprised if we have some day two action here. One of the spots that I'd really like to see this take out is 1168. Call that 1165 if you want. Basically, this formation here, want this to get taken out here when the market opens. So we'll see if we end up getting that. Drug is back. I know Mitch is going to be excited. He's got the green lights going on in the background. Bright Minds Biosciences is back today. We popped here, got as high as 221. We bled back some of those gains here, hanging out right under 2. One of the things I'd like to see is a move through 2 here. I also want to see some of this volume. I can see here in the pre-market, the volume's kind of tapering off. I would hope to see that pick back up when the market actually opens. And then maybe if we see some more expanding volume throughout the morning here, we could have a nice little trade in our hands. Next is going to be AMPE. This is a penny stock, but it's up here today. I'm not going to trade it, but I figured I'd mention it because a lot of these have been running. I guess you could throw NBEV in there as well. NBEV sold off pretty hard yesterday. Looks like it's bouncing here today. Again, I'm going to stay away from these, but they are moving around here this morning. Next one is going to, we already clicked on AMP. Sorry about that. Next one's going to be Holly, HOLI. This is, I believe, pretty thin name. No, 52 million shares in the float, not as thin as I thought. This one here, moving around pretty good. We were actually as high as almost $22 here, back below 20 at 1970. I'd actually like to see this move through 20. This, again, another one, not necessarily familiar with how it trades, so I kind of want to get a feel for that before we do anything. Next one here is going to be Lululemon. So this is not one of the smaller stocks, but Lululemon reporting really good earnings yesterday, popping in the after hours, and then also taking the next leg up here. So they also guided above estimates in addition to reporting good numbers for the last quarter. So Lululemon here. This might be in play here today. Options, I believe, are fairly liquid, but also pretty pricey. Let's check it out here. Yeah, I mean, the at the money September contract is between $3.50 and $4.50. A little bit more into the money. It's a little bit higher here. So we'll see how this actually trades. Option pricing hasn't been adjusted yet. This closed at 290. So the 295 contract was 15 on the ask. So that's going to adjust and be pretty expensive here when we open. But we'll see if there's a trade here on Lulu. That's all I really got here for this morning. Not not a whole lot going on. The other thing I would say here, I guess Forza popping. We'll take a look at Forza here. Probably want to see it get above this 440, 435 or so. The other thing that I want to see, I saw someone earlier in the chat commented on it. Let me see if I can get it because I wanted to address this. Hey, Richard C, gap up and fade the gap. I'm thinking, Richard, I wouldn't be surprised at all if that happens. And again, I'm not necessarily trying to trade the market, the overall broader market here today. One thing I think is that after the first hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of trading, you might actually see the market dry up quite a bit here today. And that's, for liquidity purposes, I don't want to get trapped in anything. We got a 3-day weekend coming up. Remember, no market on Monday, no show on Monday. Don't be the one that shows up trying to trade. It's not going to work. I suspect that this is probably the last time people are going to be able to take a vacation really before the fall sets in. People start cocooning for the fall. So I wouldn't be surprised if the volume was a little light this afternoon. And I'm just going to kind of play that accordingly. We'll be able to see that here in the charts. We'll be able to see how the market is moving, but just keep that under your head.
All right. There you go from my man. Killing it. What's going on? Ready for the market, Ryan?
I am. We got 15 minutes here before it opens. We got the big number out of the way. Let's do it. Let's rock it, Mitch.
Hell yeah. I'm trying to go ahead and put up my other screen share here for us so that we can have both my screens today and, of course, have the competition up so that you guys can see that also. Now, I am still in that Excel position, so that's where I'll first start off the kind of talk. Remember, we got in this one yesterday at 74.50 for the competition, looking for a move towards 77. So up about 1.2% on this position. Not looking too bad on Excel. But yesterday, of course, we did get stopped out. And here you guys can see that Excel position up 1.2. So you guys can see that. And then let's go back towards the charts here. Now, one thing that I'll be watching is Tesla. Remember yesterday I wanted to move, guys, for the pullback of the 50% retracement towards 270. I got in too quickly. That's just really what it was yesterday. If I would have been waiting towards the 270, I probably would have been able to get around some of the volatility and gotten the move that I was looking for, which was a move back towards 280, which was the daily support. That's what I had talked about yesterday, was a recovery of daily support towards the 280s. Now you're seeing that move back up. If we could get a good push today through the 283 level, we could look for a nice move towards 300. But of course, we got to be careful now because we are supposed to be down closer towards the 270s. Now we get a little bit extended towards the 280s, so we could get some pullback. It gets tough to trade here now, so I got to be smart there because I missed the bottom there. Now, one that I will be watching is for a recovery on Nvda through the 140s. This could give us a sign that if we're going to get a good tech kind of rally push, I think you'll see this push right out the gates there. Just keep it on watch. We'll see what happens in Nvidia. AVGO is another one that keep on watch, right? Reported earnings, and they were pretty decent. And also the earnings call sounded pretty decent there. So look for a move maybe above the 520s, coming back towards the 530s. We'll see what happens on this one. AVGO, one that I'll keep on my radar today. And also I'm watching XOM. I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't grab Oxy yesterday. The whole last hour of the trading day, I was just like, do I take here 68? Do I take 68? But I feel like 67, 66 is where we're heading down to, and then bouncing. So I didn't take my position there in Oxy, and it's a pretty good raise overnight. It's already up about 2.4% from where I was looking at it. So I'll be looking for a pullback into the 69, but it is a little bit extended. If not, it could come back closer towards the 69.80s and then bounce up there to 71. I'm just keeping my eye on Oxy. I think it's one of my favorites because I think Warren eventually announces that 50%, but I kind of missed that pullback here. And same thing for XOM, missing the pullback here. But you guys know how I like the 95 area. So let's look for a little pullback today into the 95.50 area. Then I'll look for it to kind of take off. And we got to watch out because on the 5th, right when we come back, there'll already have been the OPEC plus meeting. That's going to change up oil. So this is a little bit of a dangerous trade today, right? If you're setting yourself up in a trade like this, it could go well or it could go bad, right? I mean, it's all going to be dependent on, do they say they're going to do production cuts to try to push up the oil price? But today, maybe gush towards the upside. That doesn't look too bad, Sydney. What I would be watching there is 170.40s is a nice resistance. It just came right to it. There's a little gap zone here, and that's why you don't hold gush overnight because it has a tendency of doing gap up, gap downs, and that's why this is more of a daily play. I'd be looking for a pullback somewhere closer towards down here, like this 168, to catch a little bit of a bounce going back through 170. If not, a quick push through 175 and then a pullback into this 171 area. LabU would have been great. Yeah, this one was also one that was just hanging sideways, and you could have taken your shot. It's not a bad one to keep on watch for daily action, and we'll see what happens. Of course,
Mitch, real quick here, got a question before you cover UNG. Got a question here on CMCM, which is in the movers, up over 100% now. Real quick, just so you're aware, Cheetah Mobile did a 1-for-5 reverse split to go into effect today. The shares are currently halted, or it was when we got that news post. It looks like they're open now. So 1-for-5 reverse split here on CMCM.
All right, now let's go ahead and take a look there. I'm probably going to cut this position today. It's kind of hard for me to, put up real money on a bet that is dangerous here because we just don't know what's going to happen over the weekend here on UNG. What I'm probably going to do is yesterday I kind of failed to take profits up there towards the 32.50s. Got a little picky there. So today I just got to keep watch because it could just cut through my number. Of course, I'm in this one from 3104 still. Been in this one for like 4 or 5 days. So just going to keep watch here today. If we could get a quick push back towards 32, I'll hold it throughout the weekend. But if it doesn't close up towards the 32, I'm probably just going to cut it because the outlook needs to be looking better on the daily outlook than me fighting a down tape thinking that we'll get a spike back. That just seems like illogical to me. So we'll see what happens today. Definitely the battle's on there in natural gas. Nvidia is going for the gap fill today. We'll see. I mean, gap fill on the daily, you're looking for a move back up towards 149. It could be in play. You could get a spike right out the gates, but we'll see what happens. I mean, this was one that I was going to take the bet on yesterday, so doesn't look bad if you did take that bet yesterday. You know, you'd be up maybe 6% already. So we'll see what happens today. Of course, in the competition, there are some people starting to make some cash here. So we're going to have to be battling against these guys to try to bounce back. But, of course, like always, we did bounce back somewhat yesterday. You know, we were down up to $170. Now we're only down about $73 on the account. So let's just bounce back here. Looking for stocks to get that kind of push. Yesterday, I was kind of annoyed too that, and this was a little rough there. I didn't get my fill on Ulta, and I put in an order right to get a fill at 417.14s, and when it came up, it like the spread was a little wide, and I just didn't get a fill, and I was a little annoyed because that 417 would already have been a nice move up towards 430. I even mentioned this move yesterday on live trading that I was looking for the Ulta to take that move towards 430s, and look how it's already up there. We would have been selling this position into today. So it's one that I could look for maybe a scalp today, but definitely Ulta is looking strong right now on the weekly, monthlies, and daily charts, catching the support yesterday and pushing on up there. Now 430s is in play. That's what I would be watching today. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a stock from whatever you guys want to take a look at. I see C mentioned in the chat. Citigroup, getting a little bit of a lift. The banks were trying to make a little move yesterday. I could see them trying to kind of get off the ground. We'll see if they can push up today. Of course, what I'm going to do more today is pay attention to the rotation. Where does the stock start moving so that we can catch that? Also, we could take a look at, and I'm going to be pulling from this scanner here to the right-hand side. This is the S&P 500. These are the stocks that I can trade. One of the things that I found interesting, a good way to take a look at some strength is that they have this thing from TC that can scan for 5-day price trend versus the market. I think this is pretty interesting to find. One that I mentioned yesterday, Cardinal Health, already taking the lift there too. This was one that I should have took my shot yesterday for sure. And now it's already up a little bit higher, but this is a slow mover towards the upside. It's Cardinal Health, CAH. And then I'm just going to go through some of these charts that have been doing good against the market. Healthcare Plan, MOH is one that I'll be watching. UNH also. McKesson, medical distribution stock above the 365 going to 370s is one to keep an eye out. Ulta, you can see how it's been strong there. There's this CTXS that I don't know too much about, which is Centric Systems. I don't know if you've ever heard of this stock, Ryan. It has been looking interesting here on the daily. It's been kind of battling to try to get back above the 103, going to the 104. Don't know if anyone knows about this stock, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Citrix Visual Apps for isn't this the like go-to meeting?
I'm not sure, honestly.
Citrix Systems virtualization software. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Okay. All right. So looks like you got some kind of software here for some communication. So kind of like a Zoom. Is that what?
It predated Zoom. Okay.
All right. So we'll see if it can get back above the 104s. If not, a crack through the 100 could bring it right back down towards that 90. Nielsen getting up there. Gilead. This one's interesting. Biotech, right? Catching the support there. And look at the weekly support that it had. It's more of a monthly support. It's more of a quarterly support. Look how it plays into this kind of area, the 6150s. This one's not a bad one, catching some support. I did see biotechs get some lift. So we'll keep it on watch. Drug manufacturers also caught the bounce yesterday. BMY was one that I was looking at yesterday, and it's already made kind of a 3-4% move back up. J&J getting off the ground there. We'll see what happens with these. They're definitely reversing a little bit here. All right. Does computer visualization like VMware? Oh, yep. Thank you. Thank you for adding that.
OS has got it.
CVS, which was the Kramer call out yesterday that I talked about. Kramer calling this one not too bad. I mean, he did get the lift on up there. It's about 2.15 up but it's also in the same area of some of the other ones that I called out, MOH, UNH. So take a look at these. I have a feeling that you're seeing an industry-wide move here and could get a push. We'll see what happens today going into this push. Now we'll take a look at some of the kind of stocks that I will tell you guys to keep on watch. Party. Look how the $2 have been playing here. Now it's back to 220. Could get a run today, guys. Keep this one on radar. I'm not going to probably trade it, even though I probably will want to, because I'll see it probably make a move, and I'll probably want to get towards my real account and just kind of nail that. But I can't trade it in this kind of a competition account, so I'm just going to leave it alone. But I will give you guys the outlook that I've been looking at this $2. It's been holding sideways. What you want to see, sideways consolidation, not a stock that pops and comes right back down. A stock that pops, comes down, and comes sideways, gives it the ability that if it gets through 250, it could push up through maybe 275, getting towards the 3 is what I would be looking for. All right, we'll see what happens out there. Drug, says Nicole. Similar sideways action, but the price action's a little bit below the 9. So in this one, I would look for a 250 push first to get me a little bit more excited about drug. Then we'd look for a little bit of a pullback. So you can see here, I would look for that nice little 250 push out first, then looking for pullbacks of maybe $2 to kind of join the party. We'll see what happens there on drug. All right. What else is being mentioned out there? Snap.
Yeah, Snap breaking out here too.
Yeah, this has been since they released their kind of information that they were trying to cut and lay off jobs. Honestly,
basically restructuring for growth.
Honestly, I don't feel this is a play towards the upside. I'm just kind of very bearish against kind of Snap and social media overall. And this is why I wouldn't be playing Snap. And it's also extended, right? I mean, from where it came from the 10s, it's already up about 17%. I would be looking for this to kind of stay within a range between kind of the 13, 12.50s and $10 for a good while now. I mean, look at the daily candles, right? Sideways action. I don't think it's going to fill up to 15. I just don't see that reasoning here, but hey, to each his own if you like Snap. Meta is the better play today, I feel. Meta actually got some news with Qualcomm that they're trying to team up. So take a look at those to kind of get some lift maybe today, Meta and Qualcomm. So if you like Snap, I would say look at Meta today and look how it's already pushing right here towards the bell.
I would look at NUWE. There's a break point above 130 if we can get above that.
NUWE. Yeah, that's a nice little cheap play there.
That's
nice little gap up fill. Could go to the 143.
Needs volume to really be a feasible play today, but it could get it. And 130 looks to be your spot.
All right. And basic materials have been really beaten down lately. Look to see if we get a little reversal in these today. So what got hit hard, right? Coal got hit hard. So maybe the BTU life, we'll see if we can get a little bounce back there. Steel got hit hard too. So look to see if this can bounce back. It's really gotten hit hard in the last 2 days. We'll see if it can catch the bounce today. Look how X came down really fast in about 3 days. Let's see if it can bounce today. All right, let's get towards the open here. We got about about a minute left here, about a minute, 10 seconds. Let's get ready and do what we can do best, guys. Like always, stay towards the process, always trying to improve, and that's what it's all about.
Yep.
ARC is one to watch today. It will give you the sign if growth really wants to take off or not. You can see how it's mostly green here right now, right? We'll see when we get towards the market how we change from here. Will it turn to red? I think that's what you need to keep your eye out today, and we'll see what happens.
40 seconds.
There you go. Will Hilton get a pop today? I do see it kind of up today, so maybe reopening trade starts moving. Who knows? Keep this on a watch. Airbnb. Okay. Airbnb looks interesting. Sideways action could get some lift right here out the gates. It's already getting a little bit of a push.
Take a look at Ape real quick if you can. Got 10 seconds, actually. Here we go, folks. Good luck today.
Yeah, I'm not playing Ape or AMC, guys. It just doesn't seem like a trade to trade right now. It is beaten down. If you want to take a look at it, I would just look for maybe above 5. It's at 480. All right, let's go ahead. Let's do this, guys. So first things first is check out my position, Excel. See how it's opening up here, 75.64. That's looking great for us, right? We're looking for a move to 77. I'll even sell out at 77 today. So if we can get up there, that's going to get us back into the green on the account. So just going to let that play work. Let's look at other plays here. So
Lulu, first move out of the open here is down, retracing some of the leg up that we took in the pre-market today.
GPC giving me a little bit of alert. GPC, genuine parts. All right, that's getting some lift today. This is a good kind of daily chart here. Don't know too much about this one, GPC, but it is making a nice daily lift here. We'll keep watch. Energy getting some lift right out the gates, of course. So you guys can look at some of the cheaper names. There's this UC moving today. So if you use cheaper players, I'm not going to be able to play this, but UC making some lift today. All right, XOM. Oxy, can we get a pullback there? We'll see what happens. Basic materials up today. What's up in basic materials? Coal. Let me see if I can get any of these coal players. Not even sure I can here. I don't think I have BTU. Yeah, it's not part of the S&P. Gotta look at one that is maybe a part of it. Trying to find one here. AMR maybe.
CMCM halted. Good shot there, Rippin. Now that's a reverse split, so that could actually run today. They've been doing that with some of the reverse split names recently.
Gotta put some music on today. I'm a little too focused for this portfolio challenge, so it's kind of hard for me to just keep talking, guys, but I'll try to do my best. I know we don't have Zunaid here today, so. Gonna look at stocks that are up right now. Biomedical device. Looking for anything that stands out to me towards the upside. So these are all S&P 500 stocks. UNG, I gotta go ahead and set a stop there. It's cracking through the 31s right now. Don't want to lose on this position. If I do lose, I want it to be a very, very small, tight little out there that would be nothing because we took profits. Seeing the dip right now. Set a stop there on the UNG. Just not going to pay attention to it here. Slumburger pulling back a little bit. The Slumburger. Schlum. This actually doesn't look too bad. Nice little move back up. Would look for an entry at 37.60 and risk off 37. Let's see if we can get this.
First move on the market here after the open is down. AVYA might be interesting if it can get through 2. AVYA.
AVYA.
Decent volume, but could use a pickup in volume and a cross through 2 to get it going.
Seeing these pullbacks here, trying to look for some pullbacks to get into. Utilities up today. That's a good sign for me that I'm in some of these. Financial services up today. So you maybe be looking at global banks. Yeah, the banks are kind of making a little lift today.
Rippin, are you playing CM, by the way? Just curious on your trade plan if you're playing that today.
Trying to get JPM right here, guys. I'll let you guys know if I do get it. Can I get a little pullback here?
AVYA has a, they took that block at, oh my gosh, here we go. So AVYA up to 197. They took a huge block at 193, popped it to 197. 120 still that move we're looking for. I'm also watching CM because I want to see what happens when that opens. Let me bring up AVYA here for you. See if we can get a move through 2 here.
I'll get some music going today, guys. I know that's a little bit slower.
All right, Rippin, you're not playing CM yet. Keep me posted on that if you play. You've had a good eye for those.
CCL getting a little bit of a pop here out the gates. Trying to look at some other kind of plays out there. Sell now up to 76.07, so going to just let that kind of work there. Looking for some moves out there, trying to get some music going here. There you go.
AVYA at 199 now. I think that it's going to test this 2 here, folks. At 2 now, big seller there. Let's see if they take it. They just, yep, took it out. Nice job, AVYA. All right, I'm going to take the gains here. Nice little start to the day. This should set up again, or I wouldn't be surprised if this does. Just don't want to be around for any type of head fake.
So hard to get the execution on the speed of this. So you got to have to kind of just mark it in, because the prices just move too fast for me. Like I wanted to get in JPM there on the pullback to 115.50, but it's just too fast there. Gonna kind of take it easy here.
Recap. Did I miss this? Did I miss your request to take a look at recap? This is actually a pretty good chart. I'm sorry I did miss this. If I did, in fact, it was not intentional. This is a nice little grinder here from 270 yesterday. We're currently at 372 now. So really nice trade if you took that. Good spot there, Harrison. I'm sorry I missed that, man. I can dig this music, Mitch. There we go.
A sunrise tune.
Can you send me the link to this?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Slack me that link. I do not like stocks that are under $1. Booglog. I would just kind of avoid that. Maybe if it sets up when it gets above $1, but for the most part, I don't like stocks under $1.
I didn't even know about the Arts, Eats, Beats, and Royal Oak. I don't know about this one, Urban. I'm gonna have to take a look.
Royal Oak, that's Michigan, right? That's
Honestly, I don't even know.
I was gonna say, because you're not in Michigan, Mitch.
I might have to go.
You're gonna be at the next quarterly, right?
About that, Ryan. I might have to cancel that. Might have to cancel that.
No, I'm crushed, Mitch.
Honestly, I was coming, but I might be going to New York instead.
Ryan disapproves of Mitch's decision.
Yeah, it's kind of a rough one. I don't think I can do both, and that's the problem. I want to go though, because I want to
hang out in the HQ with Mitch.
Yeah, man, I tried to at least share the link with you guys. I got you. No worries. You want this music?
Yeah, they're talking about the trance. Trance was nice to start the morning off here.
Here you go, guys.
It continues to surprise me, a trance guy. I like a lot of that EDM.
Yeah, if there's any EDM that I like, it's trance for sure. Seen some pullbacks on out there. Now I'm just trying to consider which is the move here.
Holly bouncing here off 1850. We talked about that a little bit. First move here was down. Looks like it's bouncing here.
Apparel is getting some lift today. It's interesting to see.
Yeah, Booglog. So what I was trying to do there, I'm glad that you realized that. Let me clear this up here. One of the things that I was trying to do with that is that although I don't like trading those stocks, the reality is that they're moving. And if we're going to talk about the things that we're moving, I'm at least going to mention it. Now, I don't have a plan. I don't have like a plan set up for stocks like that, so I generally don't have more than just kind of a cursory glance, but that's why I'm mentioning them. If they're moving around, chances are there are people that are going to try to trade them, and we're going to try to call them. So
Trying to find
BIF, big move here off the pull right out of the open here. Big move here. We actually pulled down to 881. We were sub 9. Now we're above 11. BIAF.
What do you feel about Costco?
IPO from yesterday, that was a haul fest. Mitch, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just kind of yelling out here. What do you feel about Costco?
Are you kidding? Costco's my favorite store.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah, you mean the stock. Yeah, so here's my thought on this. Like, and let me actually bring this up. I got sent this this graphic from a happy hour attendee that I thought was fairly interesting. So let me bring this up here real quick. All right, let me put my screen up and make this a little bit bigger so y'all folks can see it. So here, this was sent to me, I think yesterday or the day before. JP Morgan's top picks for September, and you see names on here like Honeywell, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, EQT, some financial stocks, SVB, Eli Lilly, and then more some legacy tech. Although I guess maybe you could consider CRM a growth name. In any case, it seems to me that this is more of like a safety trade. This is more of the stuff that you have to use. And my view on Costco is that if you are able to, if you have the membership, you're probably going to consolidate more of your spending there because it's just going to be cheaper. And that's a way that you can save money. I'm not sure if it's going to drive more subscriptions, or memberships, which is one of the huge drivers of Costco's revenue. However, I do think that you might have more sales in those particular stores. I like Costco. Mitch, the thing about Costco is I like to add it on dips. So, you know, and like I'm stupidly, I wasn't adding when we were plunging towards 400, although I should have been because I'd be up about 130 points.
All right. Well, we'll see. I know their earnings are coming up next week. That's why I'm keeping a close eye on it.
I don't have any read on what the earnings are going to do, though.
Yeah, no, that's the hard part. That's the hard part.
Alyssa knows me pretty well. In fact, anyone that talks to me outside of work is probably knows I just babble about Costco all the time. I love it. BIAF above 12 now. Monster reversal here. So things turn around here. SPY's still selling off here from the high that we printed right out of the open.
Yeah, it's just selling off there. That's the hard part here. I'm in the battle here. Looking for that 945 to kind of get some swing there. Still haven't taken a position here. I'm a little bit more antsy here. I don't know. This is the portfolio challenge, so you guys can see. It ain't easy, guys. You guys see me a lot more.
Mitch, I said it yesterday. Challenges like this are never easy. I commend you for doing it. The thing about challenges, like I was saying yesterday, is that they take me out of my rhythm. They take me out of what I'm used to, whether it be order entry or limited stocks that you can look at. It's not easy. So I really commend you for doing what you're doing. I don't think I'd be able to. I have to trade what makes me comfortable, and you know there are some things that I just don't like the risk. Booze is cheap at Costco. You know, Costco's the largest wine retailer in the world, if I'm not mistaken. I get all my wine from Costco. Get great prices, and it's great stuff. And seltzers, hard liquor, pretty much all my liquor I get from Costco.
I'm liking Gilead and Moderna right now. Those are the ones I'm looking at. I like Moderna off the bottom here. Gilead looks stronger though. Yeah, nice hourly support there. Up 64.60s.
Hex Pony, my Costco runs tomorrow morning. You know it.
I should keep multiple charts up today. It's kind of hard to kind of help you guys out today. That's why I got enough trying to get my own positions in. Oh, man. This is how it is right now.
CMCM halted still. AVYA, man, it popped that too and immediately came back. Take the gains when you get them, folks. Take the gains when you get them. That 2 break looked like that, or that 2 challenge and break looked like that was going to happen. So got that pretty good at 195, 193. BIF new highs here. This thing is a monster. And actually the regular market here looks like it's trying to find some footing. We'll see. Mitch, it looks like if you could give a real quick primer on the competition. There are a couple of viewers here that have been away for several days and aren't aware of what you're doing. Maybe just run it down real quick.
No worries. I'll give it to you guys a rundown in 1 second. Let me just try to get a position in here.
Yep, no problem. Robin, you're saying we don't have liquor or wine at Costco in Canada? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Robin. You know, I'm thinking back through my life here. I can't recall a single Canadian person that I've met that isn't one of the top tier nicest people that I've met. I don't, and such nice people. I don't know how you guys deal with crazy things like you can't buy liquor at Costco. What? That's crazy to me. Absolutely crazy to me.
That doesn't look too bad. Let's do it.
So Lululemon kind of consolidating here. Be interesting to see if that can pick a move. Not in it. Dylan, you're welcome, man.
You guys see me trying to figure out this position here.
Robin says it's crazy. Wait, no Costco liquor in Virginia either? Oh my gosh. I guess I mean,
Costco liquors is fire.
I'm telling you that's why
I would agree with that. I agree with that.
I'm starting to understand why not everyone has the same excitement for Costco that I do. If I couldn't get liquor there, I'm sure my opinion would be completely different. Or wine? Oh, forget it.
All right.
I'm going to lock in some Cab Sav tonight, baby.
Trying to get some Gilead here. Let's see if I can get my order in. Chelly said that they were having issues. Yeah, it's having issues. It's kind of scary because I put out a market order.
You're going to come back and it's going to be like up 20%. You're going to be like, that's right.
That's a tough one there. Let me see if it's showing up on the order manager. The only thing that's going great for us is at least we're almost hitting our profit target in Excel. We're up about 2.36% on that one. And guess what, guys? We're back above the 100,000 mark and we closed that. Let's go. Let's go. It's still going good for us at least. We're bouncing back today. That's what we're trying to do, guys. So I'll let you guys know a little bit more about the competition here. Let's see if the order finally went through here. Oh, that's always great when I try to look at it and it does not give me anything. No updates there. All right, so let's find out here.
Yeah, CMCM, this thing's all over the place. Glad I didn't try to trade this. I'd have just been a hot mess trying to do that.
Yeah, it looks like we're having some issues there. All right, but I'll let you guys know a little bit more about it for a second here. All right, so pretty much what this competition is, and you guys can see there's rules there, right, that I have to kind of follow. You can see it's struggling there on the send. But pretty much what it's all about is it's a trading competition with $100,000. And so this is a paper trading competition for CMT students, also for kind of third-party institutional kind of students that are in college most of the time. So they're battling here. You can see from the leadership, you can see CMT candidates that are here. I'm already cleared level 1. I've been working on level 2. I'll be taking that in December and then working my way to level 3 so that I can become a CMT. Of course, there are some people that have made some good money already. The leader is up about 1,800, and we're going to keep battling. We're going to try to keep working our way back and trying to make some money. Of course, this is paper, so we'll see what happens there. Let's see if my order finally ever gets through there, because I would have already been up a little bit there on Gilead. Whoa. No worries, Ryan.
Mitch, it was totally my fault. I screwed it up. I'll go back.
No, it's because it's a camera. It's not considered as a screen share, so it kind of gets a little bit mixed up there. But Gilead, you see it guys going up there. I tried to get in there at 65.14, looking for the push. Still in UNG, just battling in that position. I did set a stop at 30.60. I'm going to try to let that work back through 31s here. But let's look around. Let's see if this order can finally get through here. I've been trying to put this in here for a little while.
Real quick, Mitch, a couple of things I want to address. Number one, I'm seeing sweeps on JWN and JWN trading to the high.
Nice.
That's Nordstrom's, by the way. Keith, you were saying CMCM has a very wide spread, 280 to 50. It's halted right now. So you don't have actual bid-ask spread while the stock is halted. You're going to need to wait for that to reopen. That's why you're seeing that crazy spread. It's probably still going to be pretty spready, but the crazy spread that you outlined is because the stock's halted.
Yeah, this is
JWN
tough.
highs here still. Oh, coming back from the highs. Excuse me.
All right, I'll let you take over for a second. I'm going to go complain in the Discord that they need to wake up.
All right, you go do your complaining thing.
Be like, yo, I'm trying to put in orders here, guys. What's going on? Ryan knows all about those complaints. Now we're getting a little bit of a pullback. Watch. Fill me at least on the pullback. Don't fill me at the high.
I am whistling. Ryan, are you playing golf this week?
No.
Is the Pope Catholic is how I would respond to that, because absolutely I am. We have a 3-day weekend. The amount of golf.
We might have an argument there.
The Mitch, you're always trying to cause trouble. That it's a saying. But the answer to your question is yes. I will be playing. The amount of golf that I will be playing this weekend will be high.
We'll see what's going on out there, guys. Getting a quick pullback here in Gilead. I would like to get filled at some point, but I'm done putting in positions that I can't see get put in. So I guess it's just Excel today, guys, at least for right now. I might actually even just switch to my money account, because this just gets frustrating. And when you get frustrated, that's the one thing that can start taking you off your game.
Absolutely. Trading is an emotional game every day. Every time you step back to the market.
Shelly's with me. She's struggling.
Shelly also thinks you're a Karen.
I am a Karen. Watch out, Shelly. Don't find me in public. Nah, I see Karens all the time. I enjoy them. All right, so we are getting a pullback here in some of these healthcare names. I've been looking to see what's going on out there. Utility still leading us, so at least in my book, not too mad about that. Excel up to 76. You got a high of 76.44. Of course, I have the target out for 77. Can we make that push up there today? That's going to be a good trade there for us. How is Nvda doing? Nvda coming down at the open there. Look for eventually maybe catching the bounce there. Tesla coming down fast. Also today, dangerous out there. Energy is just battling right now to try to either make a move up or down. You can see XOM just hanging off no worries. You can see XOM just hanging off the VWAP there. Oxy has come down a little bit there. I'm looking for it to still come back down to 66, 67. I'm not going to overextend myself. I'm going to try to be patient with that entry on that.
Lululemon here trying to break out of that formation to the upside here.
All right, let's look for some relatively strong stocks like ConocoPhillips. This one still has RSI to the high side. It's trying to catch the bid there. You can see it. We'll see what happens today. EOG is one that's on my radar for a little while now. BVN trying to come up. Ulta trying to catch that bounce there. Let me check on the competition. What's going on here? Yeah, I can't get an order in. Yeah, Shelly, that's a good idea. I've been thinking about that. We need to do a paper competition, Ryan.
You and me, you mean?
A Benzinga.
A
Of course.
Benzinga one?
Yeah, man. And what we need to do is what we need to combine with like maybe a platform that will let us do it. So I'm going to actually be reaching out. I know that we're pretty close relationship with Webull. So I'm going to try my best to reach out to Webull and try to make that happen for you guys out there. What I would need from you guys, if you guys really want to make this happen, I'm not even just saying this just to say it, guys. I really can make this happen. But what I need from you guys is I need you guys emailing me, Mitch@benzinga.com, telling me I want a paper trading competition. If you guys send that to me and I get enough of these emails, I'll go ahead and package them up, get them over to Webull with my pitch, and maybe we make this happen, guys. I need you guys out there to smash the like, send me those emails, Mitch@benzinga.com. It's really simple, and I might be able to make this happen for us. But you guys need to help out. That's what it's really all about, because your feedback makes them want to do it, because you guys could be potential users for their business, of course. So might as well help out. Give some feedback for me, and I'll try to make that happen for us. Yeah, I know they have the paper trading. That's why I picked that one specifically. And also, I've talked to Anthony himself, on person. And so I think we can make it happen. It's just going to be up to you guys out there. If you guys get me those emails, I'm pretty sure I can make it happen.
Lulu, not really able to break those highs here. Those highs, by the way, 329.50-ish. 329.50-ish, those highs. Pulling back off that spot now.
Looking to see if there's anything going to come into the green. Defensives are doing well right now, guys. So Brewers doing well today. Tap getting a little bit of a lift today, guys. Bud, SBEV, Tobacco is wacko. Financial services, how's that JPM? I was taking a look at it.
Gene, the problem with paper trade software is it has glitches you can exploit. Turn 10K into 50 billion in one day. I mean, even if you're exploiting something, 10K to 50 billion.
Yeah, if you do that, let me know how.
Look at Shelly. Oh God, that's funny.
Appreciate it. I guess it was you that put up
I love it.
the email there. Appreciate you doing that.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, the thing is I'm telling you guys, if I get enough feedback, I'll make it happen for us. That's one thing that I think, here at Benzinga, we don't struggle on trying new things. What we want from you guys is the feedback that you guys want it, because that's what makes us really push towards the limits to the no bounded end. I'll tell you right now, if enough people tell us they want it, we make things move. $1 billion competition, said Sydney. Give me that Warren Buffett money. That's what I'm trying to buy with. Gilead. What's up, dude? Want to make this order go through now? Oh, man.
Drug, huge sell order or huge offer.
You know what I'm concerned about? I've hit that button like 3 times. I think I'm going to all of a sudden see them all fill at the same time. And it's just going to be real fun. It's going to be real fun, Ryan. Real fun. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Melissa. Thank you, Edison. Not Edison.
They're bringing that huge offer down here on drug.
On drug? Honestly, I might just have some fun and play the party. Party! Drug is interesting, though. Remember, 250 is the level that I'm looking really for the party to kind of get in there. On the drug. This is the one that burned me this week, guys. If there's one stock that burned me this week, it was INDO. That stock burned me a couple times. NIO says Daniel. Oof, getting slacked. Game Shark, the market, Hex. You got to have a Game Shark if you guys remember that.
Oh, I remember that.
Those are good times, man.
It was a novelty for me. It wore off quickly. I actually want to beat the games. I don't want to cheat. Not fun.
In 64, it was kind of fun because of the golden gun. I remember GoldenEye.
Oh, well,
and I could give everybody the golden gun.
But GoldenEye had challenges that you could get, like you could get invincibility if you completed the challenge. You could get unlimited ammo, and that was cool. Like that gave you something to work for endgame.
You know they were working on releasing another version of GoldenEye, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah, a remake of it.
I would be interested in that.
Right?
GoldenEye
It sounds
was
interesting,
a huge
right?
part of my childhood.
Yeah, I think they would all buy it up just because it's interesting. Market early closing today. I feel like a mini vacation.
Honestly, the market is not actually closing early today, but it might feel like that because it might just be so slow. Shelly, I don't stream on Twitch anymore. I just play Tarkov now with buddies, and I stream on Discord so that my teammates don't shoot me. Oh, that's fun. Spy breaking down here. So funny story about GoldenEye, Mitch. You'll have to tell me if any of your friends did this to you. I'd always have friends come over, right? We'd do the 4-player, battle royale in GoldenEye. And one of my friends decided in between rounds, I went to the bathroom, and he went into the settings menu and he adjusted the handicap or whatever it's called all the way high so that one bullet from any gun would kill me. And we would be running around and he'd just cap me. And I'd be like, what the hell's going on? He goes, like, it must have been a headshot. Must have been a headshot. And then finally I checked it and I was like, this is such bullshit.
Gotta throw that handicap on.
Oh, bad.
I used to do that for my sister, though.
I was going to say,
I made it fun.
Right when I thought about that, I was like, this sounds like a story Mitch can relate to. I'm willing.
Yeah, I would give my little sister the advantage to try to, she only got to shoot me once, but I got to really get her down. But I had the C slides on 64, how you had those C buttons on the top right. So if you learned how to do that C slide, that down C slide in GoldenEye, oh, people couldn't shoot you, man. You could just move left and right with the C's. Woo. You guys know I used to play some Call of Duty. I was pretty good at it. I actually, at one point, I was really good at Halo. I remember like competing for a little while. I was able to I remember we played one time. It was not the top ranked team in Florida, but it was the second ranked team in Florida. And we did some little cheat where we hid on the map after getting like 2 kills and we won the game. Oh, it was perfect. Nothing like Halo. Time Splitters 2. That was good. Market's coming down, guys. That's why I can't even take the kind of like the portfolio trades right now. Market's getting dragged. Q's are getting dragged here. Tesla's getting dragged. Nvidia's getting dragged. Just seems like what we thought maybe we can get a bounce back day. It's just not even holding up right now. Things are just slowly but surely leaking into the red. So what we're going to look for is a quick green move up. But if that doesn't come, probably the bears have control right now. Got to look for stocks that are up right now. AVGO, that one's hanging at VWAP. MRO pulled back just slightly there. Now all these oil plays are kind of setting up. Like, look at this Hess play. It seems interesting.
PXMD curling here just went through 510. VWAP here 536. Looks like it's trying to make a run towards that. Not in it, by the way. Not in it. Just kind of watching the action here. PXMD. This was on our list from this morning.
Yeah, a little part of me is about to put this trading paper competition away for the day until they figure out their situation there. go trade some real money. Go make some real money. We'll try it one more time there. It just won't go through.
Trying a little PXMD here on a move through 510. I'm going to have a tight stop on this.
PXP?
PXMD. This is the stock here from the list. It's going to stop me out right away. So,
all right, let's go to some multiple charts here. Oh, what about Nerve?
what's it doing?
It's trying to catch a little bit of a bounce there. Just taking a look at that.
Spy stopped out of PXMD here. Look,
MD. There you go. At $5.
No big deal.
You know, like those types of stocks, like right there, like with that hourly pullback, I like to look for like maybe like around 480s entry and risk down towards the hour to the left. So that's 463s. So of course you got to be able to risk 30 cents or 40 cents or something like that. But if you can do that on a stock like this, I kind of like those little pullbacks here.
Buddy is napping, Shelly. Sorry. He's taking a nap. He was up early for slop this morning, so.
APRN, little pop. All right. You guys see some bullish action, let me know. I'm looking for some bullish.
Apron's been giving it to us. That's a good call out. Apron's been giving us a lot of tradable opportunities here. It is popping here on volume, not in it. Would love to see it clear out. Let's see what spot we got here. 536, currently at 534.
Yep, I like that level. The stock did the pop through VWAP and then came back and held the VWAP. That's what I look for all the time for that bullish action. Right, what it did right here through the 515, going above to the resistance. Then you see it pull back to the VWAP and then just take off. It's a nice look there. Good call out. Looks like oil is the play, at least for right now. But I can't get into any name right now. Campbell's Soup going up today. ADM. Gold going up today. Not really a trade that I would probably be taking, but hey, who knows? Well, at least the leader is losing money. That's how it is sometimes. Yeah, I still can't even get my pending orders. Looks like no competition for me today. I'm just going to leave that alone. This is going to frustrate me. How about we go trade the party? Who wants to party? We like the party. We like the party.
Oh, God, that is a blast from the past.
We like the party. We like the party.
Yep. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Man, Mitch.
The good times, the good times. Who wants to party?
Venga boys, yep. Aaron knows it. Oh, gosh. Fun on a Friday. A Friday, even. Friday.
You got debated. You got debated.
Mitch is actually putting it on. Oh, God.
All right. Guess what's moving when I started talking about it? Party, baby. I'm gonna have some fun, guys. I'm gonna go to the real account. Closing the competition. Not gonna look at it. You guys just saw me close it. You guys see Gary V in the background. That's my guy right there. But all right, let me bring down that screen there. Let's go back to the real money account. Let's have some fun here. All right, so just looking for that 215 push here. A nice little pullback here. Gets me a starter position there. Starter on party at 215 here. All right, let's start getting ourselves party prepared here. All right, looking for the nice little push. SPY catching a little bit of a bounce there. APRN looking interesting also. Now we're starting to get a little bit of volume coming in here in the party. Going to look for a little bit of a quick dip here towards 210s, and then I can add to it. If not a move back above 220s, then we can look for pullbacks towards our entry, which is called the throwback look. So really small entry now, starter position, looking forward to kind of run. It really needs to take off here, but let's see if it starts moving. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Let's go.
Ape popping here, man. Ape big time pop here, right through 575. We're at 5 now, and there's an offer there that they're hitting on Ape.
There's the APRN trying to get back through that 535 and get a move towards. I could see the 550s definitely coming into play here. From there, you can run into some resistance. Where are we going to run into some important levels here? I'll take a look at the hourly level. 542 should act as some resistance here, so just be careful there. Look to see if it takes off after that. Here's party up to 217 now. Really what I'm looking for is some big orders to come in here. So what I mean by big orders, for a stock like party, you can really start filtering out. I would filter out on the time and sales, 10,000 shares. And then I'm also doing another filter for 5,000 shares. I always like to filter out my time and sales. This is something I don't think we've talked about in a while. And the reason why I like to filter out my time and sales is that there's a lot of algorithmic volume, right? Especially on a name like Party. And so stocks that are trading, and when I see it moving there like 150 shares, I don't even care about those orders really. That's just kind of flow. What I'm looking for is some big buyers, big bids, big offers getting filled. And so that's why I like this filter on the time and sales to try to catch if there's some bigger players stepping on up.
Party here, spot on party 220, right? Got to take out 220 to move higher.
Iliad looked interesting there. I'm not going to take it for the competition, but it does look interesting there. We'll see what happens. It is starting to push. APRN trying to get that lift. SPY coming back there, guys. So you could see kind of a little push here. How did oil? There's the push in XOM. Not looking too bad there in that oil trade there if you're looking at oil today. Chevron also getting some lift. There was a lot of these setting on up. And I also HAL, Halliburton. And then what was the other one? The Slum. The Slumberger. Look at that one. I would have taken this one.
Right?
Yeah, and Slumberger.
Okay. It's just, I'm just making sure.
It's the burger.
Funny. I think it's funny. The Slumberger.
No, but that's a nice little move there. I was looking for this kind of dip buy into here for a little push back towards. That looks good there. And also Halliburton also. Very similar stocks. These two trade very similar. So catch those. Those look good here. Gush looks interesting too. I would look for a pullback to around 168.25s or 168 here. We'll see what happens there. There's an order there on Party, 14,635 shares at 214. I want to see them get pressured a little bit, come down towards the 212, 210s, and then all of a sudden scoop back up towards 220s. There's Gush starting to push. We'll see what happens on this one. It is starting to get a lift there. Gushers? Who likes Gushers? I like Gushers.
Man, yeah, I remember. Gushers were almost like candy.
Those were dangerous. Yeah.
Dangerous.
That was sugar. That was sugar. That's for sure. All right, let's take a look out there. SPY starting to get that lift there. Let's go to the main chart here and take a look at the sectors, see how we're starting to get moving here. Energy starting to get that lift. Of course, oil names, right? Take a look at those. Utilities also getting the lift there. So I'm feeling confident about the position that I'm in on utilities. Consumer defensives getting some lift today. We talked about those early on. Farm products, brewers, soft drinks, things like that. Discount stores getting some lift there. Walmart continuing the lift there. Costco getting some lift there. These are some stocks that I'm definitely keeping an eye on. Kroger's I saw was getting a lift earlier. This one's an interesting one. Little setup here on 49. Nice little risk to 48.90s. It's a really tight risk for a nice reward back to 49.25s. I actually like this move here, but I'm just going to kind of stay off of it. But it does look nice. Nice little bottoming action there in Kroger. What else is out there making moves?
AHI is making moves, man. AHI. I'm not in it. I missed it here. Huge through that one break.
Yeah.
Huge through that one break, man.
I don't know this one at all, but it seems interesting there. It is getting some lift there. Some other software names, CMCM. Look at this one. This made a huge push in the pre-market and went all the way up as high as 884.
AHI has halted. Real quick, Colin was mentioning Weber. Weber is popping here now. It's down. If you recall from a couple of sessions ago, yeah, this was up when it was right around 10. We got to hope Weber finds a bottom here, Colin. We were watching this as it was moving through 9. There were an absolute ton of call sweeps, and we day traded it when that happened here. What I would like to see is a bottom confirmed here. And then I think we'd be good on some of these pops. I think maybe we can actually make a move back here towards 9. See if we can find a bottom there on Weber. Strong action here off the bottom. We're up 33 cents off the bottom.
All right. One that I'm looking at right now is that PXMD.
Okay.
I'd like to set up above 5.
Yeah, I was playing it earlier for a break above the high and stopped out right around 5. Took a small loss on it. Not really a big deal.
Yeah, I like this. I like how it's gone sideways since it tried to break the 480s, recovered the 480s, did some wicks down there. Now we're looking for the move back above 5. There you guys see it start going. I just got in there 505. Let's risk off the 480s and see if it can take off here.
533 your VWAP there on PXMD. You're likely to find some resistance there if we trade up into that area.
Yeah, I would look to sell some up at like 530, 540s, and then look for it to continue break. We'll see what happens here. It could make a move eventually to 6. So that's what I'm kind of looking at on the long run. SPY and Gush moving up there. Those are interesting. Still in the party with that first starter. Nerve,
Mitch,
nice
you
little
bring the
pullback
party.
to 970.
You
Nice
bring
little
the party.
pullback. Look for Nerve maybe above 10 here. Nerve's trying to push back through the 10. Weber is I would look for the open to get back up through.
Ape looking like it's going to try to go through 5 here on Ape. At 5.
Here's Ape to the top right.
There goes 5. I'm not in it.
Yeah,
what a
SPY
move
trying
from
for the
475 though on Ape. That was amazing. I'm sorry I didn't hit that one.
You're good.
Sorry I didn't hit that one. Well, no, I mean that's money I left on the table, Mitch. I'd rather have that right now.
The Ape.
Yeah, Ape. This is a nice trade here this morning.
So 5,000 shares, 5,100, 6,000 at 499, 495s, 9,600, and this is on that PXMD. So what does that show me more and more? That someone's trying to size in here really close to 5, probably risking really close to what I'm risking too, which is the 480s. So we could get a test there. Just let's see it really get towards that 550. 550 push from 5 would really show us that strength. There's Party catching the VWAP bounce, which is kind of what I was looking for. I was looking for more of a 210 test. We got 212 tests, but it looks like it just wants to take off here. So I'm willing to go ahead and add my starter piece in here. All right, just grabbed it there. So we're still at an average of 215, just 215.5s now. So let's see if this can really start working. And that's Party. So we got add on this first pop. Then it holds back towards the VWAP. We add there. Now we're looking for the takeout above, and especially to the left. You look to the left. Where's the resistance come into play? Around the 221s. Let's see if we can just push on through there now. Same thing for PXMD. Push on through to the VWAP. That's going to be the first area to look to see if it slows down. And then 550s come into play.
A huge move.
All right, here's PXMD now towards 513s. Let's go. Let's see if this can really start moving here. There's another 5,900 shares that filled at 511. So that's the level we're looking to see it get through now. Next stop would be 520s on the upside. And then I'd look to see if the volume starts keeping the flow going.
A little bit of a pullback here in PXMD. See if it holds 5.
Mm-hmm. Eight taking off there to 527s.
Eight,
so you guys that were watching this morning, it doesn't look too bad there.
Nope, that was a great trade.
At 5. Now the question is, will it get back towards that candle to the left here? So the high there is 607. That's your next resistance. There's still room from here. Now the question is, can it get enough momentum to get it towards that 6? There's Party trying to push. We'll see if it can really push. I really want to see just a quick candle through 221s. That would show me the momentum. Remember, when you try to play these momentum names,
oh my gosh,
we want to see quick moves up. Quick moves is what you're looking for, right?
You just saw that PXMD right through 520, Mitch.
Yep. And the volume starts coming in there. 5,000 shares just loaded through there at 517, 519, 513. So someone was trying to, as the stock came up, the algorithm was buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling. So the algo flow right now is still to the upside here. Now we're getting to the 530s. This is where we got to be a little careful. We could reverse from this level. I'm actually going to give it a chance here to get through. Let's see what happens. This is that bottom left chart here on the chart if you guys are watching.
PXMD coming up to VWAP here.
All right, slowing down here at the 530s, so they could get a little bit of a pullback. Let's give it a second here at the 525s to hold the 520 pullback. Gush still pushing there, guys. Oil looking good there for you. See if we can get through that VWAP. Rejecting it right now. Here's this 520 test. So you see 519 on the bid. That's where the volume came in. So sometimes I look for that. So like, let's say if you see a lot of volume coming in on a certain level, look for the price action to actually come back to that level. That's why people look so much at volume profile. What's the stop on Party? The risk would be 210s. Wouldn't want it to break 210s. 210s would be like trying to push it. And it's only a 5-cent risk there, right? So, I mean, hey, I'm not going to be too mad about risking 5 cents. Try to have a little bit of fun. Good morning, Type R. Late start. I don't know if I saw you earlier, but it's battling here in the 520s. This PXMD. There's 25 on the offer. Let's see if they take it. There's somebody stepping up. Saw that 1,000 share order there. 5,500 at 523s. Now the 530s are going to come play in here.
Remember, 532, your VWAP.
530s, 532. Boom, break through it. Momentum slowing down. I sell half. Sold half there. Half at 527. Now let's let the rest of it kind of work here. What does this give me? Now it gives me the opportunity to not feel any emotion from this point right here on VWAP. I can just give it a chance to really run. Took some piece. Now let's give it the chance to actually run. That's why I like doing kind of my first rewards. It gives a lot of times where in moments like this where I was feeling the pressure right there at 530s. So instead of me fighting myself, just taking some profit gets me to the ability to let this pullback happen and not feel kind of, the rug pull kind of feeling, right? It happens often, guys, where you'll get a position going into your direction. I've done this way too many times in the past where I don't take profits, and that's to me.
You give it all back. That's
give
exactly,
it back. And
that's exactly why I'm quick to take profits. Once I get them, I don't want to give them back. And scaling is a good idea. A lot of the time, some of the things I'm playing for are just small moves, so I don't actually scale. But this was well done.
And so remember, we're in at 505. So this pullback here allows you to kind of, since I took profit, I'm okay with it coming back to my entry. I'm okay with it coming back to 5. It shouldn't really crack 5, but it's okay to test down here, wash out some people, and then watch it reclaim.
Especially if you already have profit, because you can just stop at break even.
Yep. And here's Party trying for the 220s. There's 218s now. Let's see what happens on Party. Party, where will the profit takes start going? So once we get to 240s, towards the 250s, that's where I'd take some profit on Party, and then looking for the move to 3. Gush taking off there, guys. Look at this takeoff on Gush. So oil, probably a good trade today. Frustrated I didn't get Oxy yesterday and XOM, but just trying to be too picky of an entry on those oil names is what held me out of it. Looks good today. Getting some good lift there. SPY holding the 400s. That could get a nice push. Apes to 540 now. Is AMC getting moving? There you guys see it. AMC starting to move there, guys. So the memes plays in play right now. Even BBBY kind of setting up here for a move back above 850s. It's not something that I'm playing, but hey, I just want to call them out for you guys. So we'll see if these can really start moving today.
And Mitch, 218 here on Party. They're refilling 218. So I think if you snap that, you might get a pop, maybe right up to that 220, maybe even right through that. Definitely refilling shares here for sale at 218 on Party.
Just added back those shares there on PXMD. Going to risk off the 480s here. Added the shares right back. I saw that cut through on the wick, and it really kind of quickly came back up, showing me buying pressure below 5. Let's see if it comes back through 5 now. Here's that test. Don't want it to cut through that last wick. We got down to 493s. So the 490 test is okay. Nothing closing towards that 480s. That will really get us out. So it needs to reverse right back up through 5. Party tried, couldn't really get that extension to 21s.
Nope, not yet. They brought a bid in at 216 too.
Nvda making its way back, guys. It's trying to make its move towards 140. 8 now, 548s. That's definitely gotten a nice move. AMC trying to make moves up there. It's made a good lift off the 840s. I'll tell you that much. Battle here at 5 between the Bulls and the Bears on PXMD. If it goes back through 530s, we're going to be looking great on this. So that's why I got the ad there.
Yep.
Why not risk? So the risk here, right, is about 20 cents. We already took 30-cent profit. So the shares that I add back, I just end up break even if I do stop out at 480. And so that's why I try to take the shares, especially it gives me the opportunity to try to take a shot. I hear you, Type R, let the market work. Agree. Sometimes probably the best way, really. Yeah, paying yourself definitely helps. Here's that test down. Got to be careful here. PXMD trying to wash out. We need a recovery of 490 here. So with these types of trades, you don't want to be too picky there. You just have hand on the trigger and you're ready to get out if needed. Party's trying to make that move.
Yep, party through 218 now. Now they took it through here once before and they yanked it right back down to it. So let's see if we can actually push 220 on party.
Just trying to recover that 490s here. Looking like it's coming down. You gotta be careful here. Hands on the trigger to get out. We gotta be real smart about it, right? We're giving ourselves a shot, but don't want to let it cut through the 480s. SPY making a nice little push there. Gosh. All right, let's get the tunes going.
Market highs here. Market's hanging in there.
Yeah, it's hanging. See what
Already up
happens
at
here.
220 now. Here's the battle at 220 we wanted to see. Let's see if 220. There it goes. 222.
There we go. At least Party's doing well for us. Party starting to move. Trying to see a recovery here of PXMD. Still in it, guys. Need 5 recovery here. Nvda, AMC making the push. How's my Excel? Ooh, turning around a little bit there. Wanted to take that step up to 77. Eight. Pull back on 8. Party trying. Volume starting to come in and get bigger, so that's a good sign here. Another thing you can use is like that MACD. So I'll show you guys it a little bit bigger here. So the MACD is something that you're looking for an expansion away. So this dark blue line, you're looking for it to keep going on an upward path, not contracting back towards the trigger line, which is of course a 9 EMA. That's why I use the 9 EMA. You can see the 9 EMA holding well here. That's what you want to see also holding on pullbacks. Watch out, cut there on PXMD. I'm out. Whew, gotta pay attention there really quickly. It cut through the 80s there. I got out at 78. So, hey, gave myself the shot on that one. It was kind of a battle position. We end up on that one. Realize just slightly in the red, like very, very slight. So I'm okay with that shot. I gave myself a shot for a big winner there. And it just didn't come through. We'll see what happens on Party. I can kind of watch the action in Party there. A lot of volume came in on that big pop there. There's about 268,000 in one kind of bar. Yes, this shows to me dark pulling action. I can just see it because right there, is there a bunch of volume flowing through on the time in sales? No, it's actually quite slowed down. Yet you saw what? The volume bar just jump up 100,000 shares. That's when you can see that dark pulling action out there.
Pablo, I'm hanging on to that last piece of PLTR. It's probably going to expire worthless. Please don't forget that we sold half at more than 100% gain, so it's impossible to lose on that trade. The rest of the party. Sorry, got Party on the brain, guys. Palantir really struggling. So those contracts are likely to expire worthless. That's exactly why you manage your position. No, I'm not in any other swings, just the long-term holds that I have.
Tesla back up there towards about 280s. Doesn't look too bad there. ExxonMobil making that push on up. So definitely, if you guys are nailing some oil trades, power to you. Let's see if we can really take this next leap through the 221s and starting to push on party. What is dark pool? No, dark pools. So take a look into that. I mean, I'm not going to be able to explain it all today, but I mean, if you take a look into it, David, you'll see what I kind of mean, and you got to do a little bit deeper dive understanding, especially with these smaller plays. These are the plays that get attacked in the dark pools.
LQDA at highs here. We had a Needham maintaining buy and raising the price target from 12 to 16. That's obviously pushing LQDA to highs here. We've seen this one on the scanner a whole bunch, not in this. We recently took a huge pull here and looks like we're trying to trade back above that. Would be interesting. 6, I think, here puts us into the gap. I think if we hit 6 to the upside here, I think we probably see 7 pretty quickly. That'd be my best read on that. AGRI, Kalu is in. Kalu, you've been absolutely on fire. Let's take a look at AGRI. It's up a little bit today. Did we have a PR on AGRI today? Yeah, launch of Unthink Awakened Flour. Superior products under new food brand. Okay. I don't know if it's actually superior, but they're saying it is. Nicole wants to take a look at UEC. UEC, nice bounce there on UEC. These uranium names remain strong. Okta, man, that got absolutely destroyed. Are we bouncing here on Okta? We sure are. Up 5 points already on Okta. Look at the destruction in this stock. I mean, yesterday this thing was just unreal.
And that was a horrible.
I don't know if I trust this just yet.
Don't trust it. Don't trust it. Nah, I'm just playing.
Well,
It's a trap. It's a trap.
Play the soundbite, Mitch.
That's what it is, right?
It's a trap. It's a trap.
We'll see what happens. That Octo is a hard chart. I tried to take a look at that in the morning. I thought it could go up a little bit, but stay within a range.
This is a pretty healthy bounce here, though. So if you're trading this bounce, good stuff. Now we are right to the top of the bounce spot from yesterday. So
SPY
clear out
pushing through the
66.50. That'd be interesting.
401's now on the SPY. As you're really getting that nice little push up. Kind of annoying that I can't even trade the competition today, but it is what it is. Not going to battle about not being able to put in orders.
I'm gonna bring up your screen since you got more charts up there.
Yeah,
Still
I tried my
looking
best
around
to
here.
keep a lot of charts up. AMC getting that next lift, trying to push through 9. Maybe we could look for Ape to take that next leg. AMC and Ape are right here on the right-hand side here, guys. Looking to see if Party can really take off here. There's some more volume. Let's go. Let me go check out the Twitter game on Party today. How's it coming up in the Twitter game? I want to see all the people out there that are trying to trade this. All right, I see you guys. The party. Remember, they're hiring 20,000 new workers. Expecting an epic Halloween. We'll see what happens in the Party City. I mean, if you go shopping for your Halloween stuff, do you go anywhere else other than Party City?
Oh my God, Nerve going here. We got patent news on Nerve, and it's popping.
Nerve! What the nerve is going on?
Stopped at
10,000
1050
shares.
here. I'm not in it. I didn't do it. I didn't do any of it.
I was
so.
looking for a move through 10. That was a beast. Bottom right chart here, guys. CEG giving a little bit of alert here for me. Oh, utility stock getting a nice little raise there. CEG. Nerve with a nice pop there. 10,000 shares at 217, 10,000 shares at 219 for Party. Let's see if it can get moving now. A lot of the oil names is what I see up out there. MOS having a really good day. So take a look at that. Maybe look at CF. Kind of do the same. There's Nerve trying to take out the 1050s. Remember, what I like about Nerve is that it pulled back to the 9 EMA. That has room to run for a while.
Yeah,
at least
it's
to
wild.
11, and at least 11 or 12, I think, is in play here. So it looks good there. Off the 9 EMA on the daily.
I'm trying some right here. I'm trying some just really small.
It's a lot of volume getting pumped in there.
I'm probably a little late to this, but that's okay. It's small, so a pullback like this isn't too bad.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the news is getting to everyone, right? So you want to see is the news flow. Every time it pulls back, gets bought back.
And we've also seen this stock be really, really wild, right? We've seen it make
Yeah.
huge pops. And so that's one of the things that, just because I know how this thing trades, one of the reasons I'm actually taking it. Again, reduced size, though.
Yep.
And if it doesn't work, you're out. We'll look for something else. But the patent news here is pretty good. I was a little late to it.
SPY pushing strong here, guys. JPM trade wouldn't have been bad today. Like that one. How did Gilead end up doing? Oh, looks good there. Who knows? Maybe my competition account finally got some orders to go through.
All right, stopped out of Nerve here. It's not going. We'll wait for it to set back up again.
Nah, still the XEL position only. Oh, well. Just let it go. Let it go. Does anyone have a good explanation for the 10 a.m. turnaround in the markets? Every day, 10 a.m. is wild, up or down. Anyone see research out there on this? Of course, George. George was asking me that on Twitter. What does it mean? It's when retail traders usually stop after the first 30 minutes. Then the big boys come and try to wipe them out. A lot of institutionals cannot trade in the first 30 minutes. They're just not even allowed. All right, Gilead trying to push through those highs. Doesn't look bad there. Party's just hanging out. Nerve, nice pullback, held to 1007. Now let's see if it takes the next step up. There it is. Nice little push there. The only thing to keep in mind is the spread there is starting to get a little wider. There's MCK on a move on up. I've been talking about McKesson this morning. Look at that move on up. Nice little pattern here on the daily. Now starting to make a little move on up. This is definitely probably a stock that I would take a shot on, especially for the comp, but can't take orders right now. So just letting it go. It is what it is. Just to let you guys know, stopped out of UNG. Stopped out of the last little bit of UNG. It paid us well, but we're out, guys. We're not going to battle something that's coming back down. It cut through there. I'm out of UNG. Made a lot of money this week on it, so I'm not stressing about this kind of pullback here. Tap straight up. Nice little move today. Party. Come on. Got to get the tunes going, you know? That's when it usually wakes up.
The market is slow, and we talked about it early. We talked about it earlier today. There's, it's likely to be a low volume, kind of a slower day. We have had some really great plays, though. I mean, Ape was great. AVYA out of the gate was good here today. So we had some opportunities. Even PXMD, that was a decent setup. So we had some opportunities despite there being kind of a slower day ahead of a 3-day weekend.
That's a jam right there. Do you remember? All right, what's going on out there? Playing sideways on the 30. Yeah, I feel like it's playing sideways out there. What's going on? I'm dressing up as inflation this Halloween. Pretty damn spooky. Stay away from me, Hex. We'll see what's else out there. AMC volume. More coffee break. Yeah, it seems like a coffee break out there. The 10 a.m. coffee runs out. Yeah, it could be it. Party coming back down to the 215s. Just didn't want to get through that 221 right now. So it's pulling back fast here. We'll have to keep an eye on it to see what happens. 15 minutes still looking bullish. So we'll stay on that right now. Look for the support to hold definitely around 212s and looking for that move back up through 222s. Still hasn't really given us that big breakout. I like the hourly chart too. Look at that. Hourly chart looks better. You see like the 207 clear support, resistance around 221, clear as day here with these 3 hourly candles. So break above, we could still be in it. Break below, got to get out. Let's see what happens. McKesson, I like that one. XOM pushing back up there, man. Had a good opportunity on these pullbacks, but it's just too picky. Too picky. Happens. FCX bouncing back a little bit. X bouncing back a little bit today. I talked about would steel bounce back a little bit. It is making a little bounce back today. Bank of America also having a nice day there. All right, back to the tunes. Hit the course. The party's already over. Party's never done.
Where are we on party? I took it off my screen. Oh, 216. We're hanging right around that area.
Party's never done. Party's always here. All right, time for a Nature Valley sweet and salty peanut action. Shout out to Nature Valley. We got to get them to sponsor us.
I think I have those too. Let me check.
He has the good stuff. It's all about the bars here. We don't take breakfast. We don't go away from it. The breakfast bars on deck. Party's still on, man.
Just to kind of finish up our discussion on Costco.
Hey, look at
got
that.
them too, baby.
There you go.
Oh, so
I'm going to send this to them.
Yo, let's do it.
They need to support us, sponsor us. We love our peanuts.
I love
there
it.
you guys have it.
I actually already had a protein bar, so I'm not going to eat it right now. But
yeah, that's a little too much
I do love
calories.
those. I do love those granola bars, though. Absolutely spectacular.
Yes. Cheers. I'll mute myself, but cheers.
I'm muting this. Yeah, we don't need to hear him munching down a granola bar there. Crumbs everywhere. Actually, this one's not so bad because it's got that stuff on the bottom, like that really delicious peanut butter on the bottom that kind of holds the crumbs together. So it's nice in that regard. AVYA popping up to 185 here. Oxy, that is interesting. If it can clear out 69.85, maybe it goes higher here. Charge Point doing today? Ooh, Charge Point dipped pretty hard, but up off that dip. That would have been a grab. I'm disappointed I didn't see that on the curl back up. That'd have been a great trade. Remember, we had a ton of Charge Point calls last week too.
Nerve setting up here. Should I go for a scalp? Like the look. Quick test of 1020 here will get me to try some of Nerve. I did the bid and ask spread move. I like that move there, but I would have had that grab there at the 30s there. So there it already went, at least for the first push. Nerve. I was looking at it while I was eating my little granola bar there. It looked interesting off the 1015s, and then it started pushing. Was looking for the little 1020 dip. Now it's taking off there. Nerve up there towards the 1050s. Let's see if it takes the next step up through the 1050s.
One of my friends just sent me a picture of a new putting green that he added to his office, and now I have an idea for myself.
Oh, yeah. Just,
it wasn't even, it was the skills one.
Yeah, hell yeah, you should have a putting. I remember in my backyard in Denver, I had a putting green.
Good spot here on AYLA, Jess. This is actually curling here. If you take a look at the daily, really, we're right up at this resistance. We had that one high candle that took us to 245. So this is definitely pretty interesting here. AYLA, good spot there. Good, and a huge spot here on the daily. Let me see if I can get the top of that other
There's
candle.
Nerve. Boom.
213 and Nerve. That's what I was playing earlier for. I was just too
nice.
Yep, I was just too early for it, but that's exactly the move that I had hoped for. Stop me out before it could happen. Take a look here at AYLA and try to set this trade up.
That's taking off there. Almost grabbed it on the pullback there, but hey, it is what it is. Energy leading us, utilities behind that, then financial services.
213's that spot. Yep.
So Patrick wanted to know what was leading today's energy, utilities, and financial services. Behind that, you got basic materials. But one thing to note is everything is in the green from the open. So essentially, all sectors are green lighted. Now, what is the sectors that are holding back a little bit is healthcare and consumer cyclical. What is taking the lead is energy and utilities.
Pull here on AYLA. So they couldn't take it through 213, yanked it back here to 205.
What was that one? AV what?
AYLA.
LA. Got you. Put it here on the top right. This is the time to party. Because we like to party. Do we like to party? Triple BY looks good here, says Colin. Colin. My cold just moved. Probably, yeah. I mean, UNG was coming down. Maybe your cold moving there. Oxy's trying to get back through that 69.75.
Great trade, Eric. Great job hitting nerve. Eric's been watching nerve here for a while too.
Good
We've been
job.
talking about that in the happy hour.
Good job. Good job, Eric.
LQDA, that was another grinder there. That was looking pretty good too. If you were in that for today, that's good stuff. Good stuff, LQDA. And I mean, if we can keep trading up, I mean, on LQDA, we can get above 584 and 6. I think it goes to 7 pretty fast. It just looks like that.
Nvda? Does that mean it's liquid? It's an interesting stock. I've never heard of that one. Biotechs, man. Those biotechs. Whew. They move. All right, SPY kind of topped out there at the 401, so it looks like we're running into a little bit of a chop now. No bueno. Not keeping the momentum out there. 8 probably turned back. It's catching a little bounce. AMC pulling back fast. All right.
Man, Vero, VERO. This is a penny stock, popped from 42, currently at 64. Huge pop here, Vero.
All right. Check out my XEL.
Mitch, I'm going to get rolling here. We've got some other stuff to do here. Happy Friday to you all out there. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great holiday weekend. Mitch will be back on Tuesday.
That we will. That we will.
All right. Take care, everyone.
All right. Later, Ryan. Have a good one. All right, guys. I'm going to keep going here a couple more minutes unless we hit the certain like goal. So let me go ahead and see how many likes we have to keep going through 11 to get you guys over to Benzinga Live. If not, I'm going to be wrapping up here at 11. And then you guys will get Benzinga Live at 11:30. Let's see what we have on the like department. Got some things I got to take care of anyways. Let's see if you guys can get the likes and keep me on. Looks like we only got 140 likes. Oh, man. Come on, guys. We need to at least get to 300. So hit those likes. Let's go get it on up there. What this does is it actually tells Benzinga how good of a stream we did. 157 just ain't going to cut it, guys. But we'll see if you guys can get it on up there towards 300 so that we can stay on. We still got about 2 minutes for that. We'll see if we can get it going here. And now if you guys got a stock, definitely throw it on up there. I'll definitely check it on out. Looks like Okta at 74 says Rich, one that we can take a look at. Let's go. Okta. It is bouncing back today. Where can I find it getting the resistance? I called out today earlier on pre-market prep around the 69 level. That's where I think we could run into some resistance. So it is making its way back there. Question is, will it get past that level? All right, party, just not hanging on right now. Just not trying to take off too much here. We'll see if it can get back up. Still holding on for right now, but definitely it's pulling back in the time being. Appreciate you guys giving some likes out there. BOR moving up as well as FRGE. Yeah, BOR is in the oil games, and so you guys could see that one kind of getting that lift. Also, the Halliburton, nice little lift there. And remember, I was looking at SLB, Slumber J, getting that little lift today. That one looked good there. Hasn't really continued though. Kind of stopped right at the resistance. A lot of times these stocks sometimes do. Amazon getting a little move on up. I don't know if that's really too bullish, but it is trying to catch a little bit of a bottom. at least in the time being. QQQs, yeah, also showing a little bit more bottoming. How's the Nvidia? Ooh, Nvidia is holding that 140 as resistance there. That's what you got to kind of be watching on Nvidia. I think some people just sold up there when they got to the 140s, but we'll see what happens. NIO short to 16. It's not a bad outlook. The 16 is going to be a little bit of a reach, I think, for today, but on the longer term swing, yeah, it makes sense to kind of work its way back there. 18 is so important, though. Really want to see a close below 18 to really keep that bearish trend. AMC, anyone buying this dog deserves what they get. Well, I mean, it's all about, it depends on what you're trying to do, right? I mean, at the end of the day, if you're just trying to ride it for the momentum, hey, to each his own. But if you're just trying to keep it for a longer term play, make sure you do a little deeper dive in the company and understand. Jim, I've tried to take a look at Walmart. I've told you, Jim, this stock is confusing me, Jim. There's not many times where I get so confused, but Walmart back above 140 for me would really give me that more bullish sense. But it's just been up, move, chop down, up, move, gets up there, chops right back down. It's just too much of a shaky kind of move right now. I wanted to really pick a direction. All right, here's Party trying to make another step on up. I'm going to go ahead and step on a limb here and say, all right, I don't have all day to trade today, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and just go right into here. Take another little bit of right here at Party, still at the 215 entry and giving myself the shot for the big breakout now. Of course, if it breaks down, I'm even going to cut it probably towards 212s. Don't want anything underneath that. Going to give it the chance to get that nice push on up here now. If it either gets lift or not, we'll see what happens. All average in between the 215, so that's where we're averaged at. Let's see if this can really take the step up. If not, I'll let it go. It's okay. We'll see what happens here. All right, let's see what we're at on the light game. We got 204, guys. We got over 400 people watching us, guys. We need about, what, 196 likes here, or actually 96 likes to get us to 300. Let's see if you guys can get it on up there. We need some more likes to stay on. If not, we'll be out of here at 11:05. We got about 3 minutes left. I'll give you guys a little bit of extra time to maybe hit those likes. All right, seeing some volume starting to come in there on Party. Let's see if it can really take off. That's what I'm looking for. Can I get that leg up? We'll see. AMC's just hanging out at that 9 too. Interesting to watch it there. There's Party getting a little lift to 217. Can we really just take off? A lot of volume filling in there between the 215s and 216s. So it's kind of the levels to be at least in my eyes. Can't blame you, Mr. Higgles. Setting a stop and just trying to see if it goes. Let's see. Let's see if it goes or not. Snap being called out in the chat. Snap recovery there from the red, kind of hard down action in the first 15 minutes. Now coming back. I talked about Meta. That was one that I liked today. It's trading very similar. I like that one a little bit more than I like Snap for a move back above, let's say 169, and kind of holding this 160 pullback, getting a push back towards 170 I could see in Meta. Appreciate you, Savage. Some of us, I guess, aren't as savage as you. Hitting the like, it definitely shows us that you guys appreciate what we do here and not charging you guys for a chat room, you know, like many of us. I mean, really, let's just be honest. We could charge for this. We're not going to, though. But you guys have to hit the like and give us the feedback that you guys want to keep us on. All right, we're at 224, so we need a couple more. I'm going to give it just a couple more seconds. If not, we'll probably be wrapping on up here. And the party is starting to move, so I want to kind of stay on here, guys. But I need you guys to smash it on up.
to the party. Welcome to the party.
Do you know anything about the ETF crank? Or I don't even know how to call it there. CRAK. How's that? How about I just do that? Looks like oil refiners. Okay. Very choppy. You can see here. So it probably has some small illiquid names, and it's very illiquid. I would be careful trading something like this, because if it doesn't trade a good amount of shares, then you can get caught because there's just no liquidity to get out or in easily. A stock like this, it's only trading maybe 30,000 shares on the high end on a daily, is not enough shares for me to trade it. I would stay away from something like this. I always look for at least 1 million shares traded, because yes, I'm not the biggest orders and I don't need to be, ticking out, let's say 10,000 shares on the position, but I want to make sure that there's some liquidity in the stock. To me, this is very liquid, the CRAK. I don't know what it has in it. I can take a look, but it doesn't look like something that I would be trading. This looks like it has BK. It has Dino in it. It has PBF. It has PSX, Valero, and MPC. So what I would do is I would watch which chart looks like the leader, which chart looks like the laggard. So these are very similar. You can see here, BK, Dino, and PBF, kind of similar. Dino looks like the one that's leading towards the high end. So I'd watch maybe Dino, but I would rather trade probably Dino than even just that ETF. So looks interesting there. I don't know this one, but it is looking good there. As Dino, looks like it's with Sinclair. So interesting to see there. I think I've heard of these before. I just don't know it. I think the Dino tells me something. I think it's a Dino for their kind of logo. Gevo. All right, we'll take a look. Gevo, specialty chemical stock here. Let's take a look at the daily chart. Daily chart has it kind of double bottoming here. So if you're going off the double bottom, I kind of understand that outlook for the reversal back up. Now let's take a look at some bigger charts. Yeah, it just looks like you're going sideways on this stock. I would really want it to get back above, let's say 366 to look for the bullish side. But it is battling right now. I mean, a move back above 3 could give you that outlook there, but it's just going sideways in my eyes. It's not really trending right now. Mullen, not doing much. Party, not doing much here, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap on up. Like always, guys, smash the like button. We're going to keep going here. Benzinga Live will be next, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the day. It's been a long week for me. This trading competition, going to keep battling. Right now, I wasn't able to add any positions today. I'm sorry about that. I mean, it really wasn't because I didn't want to. It was more along I wasn't able to get some orders in today. Still holding that Excel energy. We'll see what happens in Excel energy. Can it take that next step up? That's what I'll be watching for. Of course, a move through 77 up there. I'll go ahead and I'll just get out and take the profits and run. We'll see what happens next week. Come join us, like always, right here on Benzinga's live trading action. Don't go anywhere, guys. Hit the like and hang around. We'll got Benzinga Live coming on next, and I'm sure AB has some fun for us. One of the things that he does is a lot of segments that are more entertaining. So if you want to go ahead to have some fun, check out Benzinga Live. That's why I check out Benzinga Live, because if I just want to kick back, relax before I get into my next show, I catch a little bit of Benzinga Live to get a couple laughs and enjoy the market. That's definitely going to be coming on next. Don't go anywhere. I think even trivia today, if I'm not certain. Trivia? Who wants to play some trivia? Come on over to Benzinga Live. I'll see you guys on over there. Hit the thumbs on up. I hope that you guys had a great trading day today. And we're going to keep trying to, of course, make that money.
It's about drive. It's about power. We stay hungry. We devour. Put in the work. Put in the
hours.
And take
what's ours?
Some more in my veins. My culture banging with strange. I change the game. So what's my motherfucking name? What they're gonna get the
Let's go. Hit the like, guys. I'll see you guys in a little bit at Stock Market Movers. Looks like I'm getting a call, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap on up, guys. I'll see you guys over at Benzinga Live. Hit the like before you get on out. Come on, support us. Thought we would get there towards the likes. We didn't get there today. That's why it's important to help us out and hit those like button. Let's go and wrap it on up.
on check.